Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahushai, Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahushai, Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bahashim, Rachak Kodash, the blessed of the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, True Well. Salutations to the hopeful elect out there, you Akim to Sadakim that do this thing in the utmost truth and sincerity. On the Pre-Shaman, this week's topic is going to be entitled, We Have to Be Men, okay? We have to be men. What inspired this lesson? Well, I woke up early, I had to do a double session because we had back-to-back Sabbath. Woke up early and first thing that popped in my videos on YouTube was alpha male versus beta male, something on the Jubilee channel. I was watching it and it came to my realization that when it talks about being a man, I'm not talking about in the Webster's definition. I'm not talking about a man as an adult male. I'm talking about in the philosophical way of being a man, the characteristics, the attributes that are associated with a traditional man. That's what we ought to be, and that's what the scriptures are about, and that's what the Most High is dealing with, all right? Men, all right? There's certain ways you're supposed to carry yourself as a man. Now, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 21, verse 3, and it reads, "And I heard a great voice out of heaven, saying, Behold, the tabernacle, or the dwelling, all right, of the Most High is with men." So this notion that, you know, God's my husband and all that bullshit that these women be spewing out their mouth in these Christian churches is all bullshit. This Bible was written for men. Often when you see children, if you go in the Hebrew word, it's banyam, all right, sons, okay? So the Lord is dealing with men, all right? The Most High Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is dealing with men, okay? Not women, all right? Women have their own particular role. Pursuant to the book of Genesis, the third chapter and the 16th verse, that's to serve their husband, okay? And some of these women understand that, all right? Which, you know, they talk about, submissive women or pushovers or whatever, and they don't have strength. That's bullshit. That's bullshit, because that does take power to be under rule, all right? Control yourself and saying, look, I'm going to be submitting to this particular leader. We submit ourselves to our Lord Yahweh Shah. You know, look at the basketball team, all right? Those basketball players are giants, you know, and they could do crazy things. But guess what? Even they submit themselves to their coach, which is a less physically, typically less physical man, all right? But they have to listen to their coaches, you see? So men submit too, all right? So there's nothing per se bad about submitting. The way the Most High wants things to be is the man to be ahead of the woman, all right? But this beta male society, okay, which it shouldn't really be beta male. It should be more like effeminate males, because betas are providers, alphas are seeders, right? The alpha male is the one that seeds, all right? He's known for seeding the woman, all right? And the beta male is known for providing for the woman. But guess what? A man really is supposed to be both. He's supposed to be a seeder and a provider, okay? The problem is these women and the men, all right, they have an abundance of options, where in the past, a woman sort of could only get really one. It was really geared towards provision. And now that they could get both, meaning a guy that could knock them up, they found physically attractive, all right, but can't provide, they'll get impregnated by that dude and then find somebody to take care of him, which leads to a whole bunch of adultery. But anyways, not to get too off tangent, it says, "And he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and the Most High himself shall be with them and be their power." You see? And that's the dynamic that the Heavenly Father set up. It's always been that way, okay? It's not just in these Muslim traditions. No, the root of Christianity, all right, being a Hebrew Israelite, all right, being a follower of this Bible deals with that. It deals with order, all right? And that's a particular order that the Most High set up and that is with. And this whole notion of a woman being equal to a man and all this type of stuff is throwing things against nature. It's making things unnatural, because a woman's natural role is to serve her man. You know, the brother Lamaja, the priest Lamaja, he always bring this out, that women have better memory, all right? Why? Because their whole thing is supposed to be to store data, to store instructions. My woman got hella good memory. You know, she remember a lot of shit. I don't. But that's because that's her role. Her role is to, you know, store information. You see? This is the book of Ezekiel 37:25, and it says, "And they shall dwell in the land that I have given, Salakia. And they shall dwell in the land that I have given unto Jacob, my servant, wherein your fathers have dwelt, and they shall dwell therein even they and their children and their children's children forever, and my servant David shall be their prince forever. Right? So, you know, King David, Jacob, same spirit, same individual. All right, the Most High servant, he's gonna be our king forever. That's his lot. 26, moreover, I will make a covenant of peace with them. It shall be an everlasting covenant with them, and I will place them and multiply them, and will set my sanctuary in the midst of them forever more. My tabernacle also shall be with them. Yea, I will be their power, and they shall be my people. Again, talking about the men, all right, of the nation of Israel. Now, you do have the daughters. Our daughters are Israelites, yes. Okay, but I'm gonna just go straight to it, man. This Bible is written for men, all right, and it's up to that man, his decision, if he wants to teach his woman or not. All right, that's his decision. Okay, because the righteousness of a woman is not necessarily displayed by how well she follows the Most High, but rather how well she follows her man. All right, that's how come Sarah called Abraham Lord. All right, which is not going to be typical on this society, brother. So I'm not saying, you know, try to look for that perfect ancient world example of what it means to be a traditional woman, because guess what? We're not perfect examples right now of what it means to be perfect in the eyes of Yahweh Shah. You know, we have our faults, so we got to, you know, the same way Yahweh Shah work with us, we got to work with the women that we have in today's time. All right. Now, this is the book of Isaiah 46:8 says, remember this and show yourselves men. Right. That's not talking about being an adult male. It's talking about what the philosophical meaning of what it means to be a man. All right. Being a leader. All right. Being stoic. All right. Being able to rule your emotions. Make good decisions. Be logical. Reason. You know what I'm saying? Follow Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah. Bring it again to mind, O ye transgressors, right? Being able to take on burdens and shit. All right, have a lot on your mind and not show it. See, this society is telling men to embrace their feelings, embrace their emotions, and go seek therapy and this, all that type of shit. All that shit, like my man Andrew Tate said, all that shit leads to school shooters and all these people that, when men get wrapped up in their feelings and emotions, is destructive. You know, we as men, we have to learn how to rule our emotions, control our spirit. You know, that's what's gonna make us make sound decisions, to make a decision that puts your feelings to the side, the logical choice. You see, which takes power, right? Power is to have rule over something or someone, or to have rule over your spirit. That's power. Job 38:3. This is what the Lord told Job when he was catching all that hell. Gird up your loins, Slakia. Gird up now thy loins like a man. Job, you king, Job? Hey, that's my little dog voice, my little dog. But he wasn't really babying Job, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't really babying Job. Now, granted, you could baby, you know, your woman, your little daughter, you know, that's them. But in terms of men, your sons, and nah, man, it's different. You know? He ain't say gird up your loins like a woman or nothing like that. He said gird up your loins like a man. Because you know, in the ancient world, you gird up your loins. You know, you take your girt and because we used to have garments down to the foot, you take off the girt about your belt or your waist and wrap it in a particular way that you know, that gives your loins, that pulls up your loins so you have more leg room to run and go to battle or do whatever. See? So he's saying, look, man, when you're going through shit, gird up your loins like a man. For I will demand of thee and answer thou me. I remember the priest Shamal, he did a show with the Godfather, all right, when Michael was talking to his pops, he was like, I don't know, moping over something, and then just slapped him. Hey, I gotta get back like a man. You know what I mean? And they trying to get rid of all that type of mentality and shit, and tell man, oh, that's the old way and that's not the right. Man, that's Esau and his bullshit, man. Okay? That's Esau and his bullshit. You know, and the Lord ain't dealing with that, man. Straight up and down, the Lord is not dealing with effeminate. All right, which means lack of faith. I'm gonna get it. 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 9. It says, know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High, right? So wicked individual, you ain't gonna inherit the kingdom of the Most High. All right. Really, what makes a man righteous, pursuant to the book of Romans, the 5th chapter, and the 1st verse, is his faith in Yahweh Shah. The deeds of the laws are righteous as well. Okay. But we won't be saved through that. We're going to be saved through our faith in Yahweh Shah. So an unbeliever ain't going to be saved. Okay? So not inherit the kingdom of the Most High. All right? Be not deceived. Neither fornicators, adultery. Okay? Not supposed to be dealing with another man's woman. Can you have multiple women? Hell yeah, but they got to be single. Okay? And that's another thing too, man. This society's trying to fag men out by telling them to go against what's natural. Look, it's natural for a man to want multiple women. Okay? No matter what society tell you or what these dudes say to try to keep a woman around, it is natural for a man to want to have multiple women, okay? And the Most High is with it. Y'all people just got to get the hell over it, all right? That's it, okay? It says, but you better, like I said, you better make sure that woman is not betrothed to anybody, all right? Nor idolaters, worshiping other gods. You're not supposed to do that. Nor adulterers, same thing, okay? Nor effeminate. So you ain't supposed to be effeminate, man. You know? Showing a lack of faith. Now, me personally, personal decision, I'm not going to advise nobody to break down and cry in front of their woman or their kids or whatever. I'll always say maintain that stoicism, okay? But even if that does happen for whatever particular circumstances, that don't make a man per se effeminate, all right? Really, effeminate goes back to minus faith. But at all times, you know, you want to maintain that frame, that stoicism, man, all right? Because they're going to emulate what they see, all right? If they see an emotional dad, guess what? They're going to be emotional children, okay? It says, nor abusers of themselves with mankind. Y'all know what that is. That's Leviticus 20 and 13, man. Men laying down with men. And that's another thing. Man, the so-called white man, Isaiah 10 and 1, all right, has issued some unrighteous decrees that has turned things upside down and thrown out the balance of things. However, we as Israelites, knowing, you know, having the spiritual IQ, we ain't supposed to go after what these people are doing, man. All right? We're supposed to be what the Lord wanted us to be, okay? And that's men. All right, men according to the scriptures, men of discipline, men of honor. With that, I'm gonna give all praises to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua, B'Hashem Rakar Kodash, that belongs to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone True Well. Salutations to the hopeful elect out there, you Akim to the Dakim that do this thing now, most truth and sincerity. Shalom.